Hey guys, welcome back to Mayday Sound Airsoft in Japan, and today on our game review, I guess, we are looking at the final gameplay from this series. I guess the first time ever using the AK Storm at Tenku, and this was the final stand episode, and it was probably one of the most fun episodes for me to edit. One of the main points, I suppose, was not having enough ammo, and this was actually the second round of two, so the final game of the day here at Tenku. And as you guys know, I run 30 round magazines, so I was already kind of half out and I was already kind of standing on my last legs. Now you may think that, hey, maybe that's a disadvantage to you. You should never run 30 round mags. I think there's two ways to look at that. Yes, you're going to be outgunned, and the other way around is that it makes you a better player. I've been playing 30 round mags, I think for a year and a half now. I think for the first 6 months of my airsoft career, I played regular caps, whatever. But I think at some point I just switched to real counts, and it's been a blast. I've improved greatly because I've had to manage my ammo, manage my shots, think about my distances, and also learn actually how to reload under stress and how actually to, switch to my sidearm because I have to, because I don't have any ammo or something like that, or actually make more tactical decisions because I don't have enough ammo. And you'll see that at the end of the video, where that came into play. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of the good things and bad things I did from this gameplay. And then we're going to be taking a break from the AK Storm stuff and then move on to some older gameplays. And then next month, we may have some fun stuff to review, for the future of the channel. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to mute this part because there's some commentary. So here at Tenku again, we are going towards the right side. I'm taking my time. I can't be bothered to run to this long angle here because the other people on the other side are probably going to be running, right? So they can be all posted up on the other side here. One of the disadvantages of being on this side is the sun here, and the sun really gets in your eyes. So it can be pretty annoying fighting from this side. So you're going to see that I rotate to another spot. Now, one of the big things here is that I'm going to rotate because there's already so many people here. I think that's one of the mistakes that a lot of new players fall into, is to just go where everyone goes. I'm kind of against that on two counts. One, it's boring because you're not really going to do anything. You're just going to stand there. And two, we already have so many eyes there. You don't need to be looking at the same angle. You're better off being somewhere else. Japanese players tend to camp just like this in this scene you see right here. So it's up to you as the foreigner watching this video to be the guy that actually moves around and rotates and be the roamer, kind of like Rainbow Six Siege. So we already have all these anchors. We need roamers now, right? And then you'll see sometimes people will actually push up. I actually do attempt a little bit. As you can see, I'm trying to look down this angle here, where most of the people will end up being, but there's nothing really happening there. So I'm going to rotate and go behind. We see already 3 people just kind of stacking up for no reason. I'm rotating around, being careful to go into this crate and take the middle area and just calling out to my teammates here. So I think I can turn up the volume now.
Okay, I'm gonna go here.
All right, so that was a pretty good point there. So I'm telling this guy here that I am in here so he doesn't just shoot at me, right? Just in case. This part's harder right here, so I actually adjusted my optic to be brighter because the sun is in my face, which is actually a pretty important piece of muscle memory, as we did review in a video before. I have a straight shot down the middle here, and they can't see me, but I can see them. It's kind of cheese because I'm in a dark crate area, and they're in a light area, so it's kind of annoying for them. But that being said, here is the first mistake here I see from my boy Renda. So he's actually looking at the same angle I was, and that is a bad way to stand. As you can see here, he's shooting on his strong hand into a left open wall. So he should actually switch to his left hand here so he's barely exposed. Yes, there is some distance and there's a kind of small slit of which they can hit, but you need to kind of reduce that risk anyway. As it is a one life game mode, you can't just come back and respawn. You'll be sitting out and getting ready to go home. So you gotta, always kind of fight on your left side if you can. I think somebody said that you should always fight on your strong side if you can. I think the opposite. I think that you should take advantage of every kind of space you can and do the training to get you at least somewhere close to usable in the offhand position, because there is no recoil for you to actually manage. All you got to do is to be able to hold that thing straight up and make sure you're controlling the exposure on your body there. She was still standing there, but he kind of concealed himself a little bit by stepping back. Not bad. He's holding him off. We're getting shot with a bunch of like ricochet fire. We're not getting hit by them, but we're bound to get hit by them soon, so I'm just going to rotate. So we have to tell our teammates that we're leaving because, you know, this is where enemies can come out of. So I'm making sure that they won't shoot at me. So here's the center of the field and the left side as well. So we're going to rotate. Going to rotate there. I'm adjusting for the sun. So I deliberately aim at the sun so I can adjust for this environment now, because I know that I'm going to be fighting out here. So I'm adjusting my optic to be bright enough to actually withstand the sun and being able to see my targets and not interfering with what I can see. So I'm going back into the middle area on this orange crate. Very popular spot here at Tenku. Big power position. There's one of my teammates there. He's pushing up to the right where I previously was. And we can see people there. There's a guy just having his gun there. I hit his gun. If you get hit in the gun, you are out. I was really surprised at the AK Storm's accuracy there, which is really awesome. Do a quick tactical reload. Might as well. I had some downtime. So I'm telling him to watch the angle while I go back, because he was just standing behind me. It's like, hey, you know where we watch that angle? I'll watch this side with my offhand here. We see that there's somebody just chilling right here. There's the yellow team. I'm on the red team, and I'm just going to kick this man. There you go. So that's just goes to show you should never let your guard down. You know what I mean? You always got to kind of be on. Don't stop and have conversations, right? You got to make sure that you're both, you know, always focusing, always being there. But at the same time, you know, knowing that, you know, you might be exposed if you're just standing out there, right? So you got to be aware. Always be aware. Don't turn off and talk to your friends, right? But that being said, they were already at the end of our CQB, which means that they're starting to break through. So I'm telling my friends. And I see that they're pushing in. Yeah, they're pushing in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the spot here and let him deal with that because I'm a pussy, bro. See a guy standing out there. Cheater does not call that hit. Very rare in Japan. Very, very rare. I want to make a commentary on that if I haven't already. Talking about cheaters in Japan. So I know I cleared the front area. Or at least scared him off for a bit. Do a quick tactical reload before I go to the next engagement. Now see that there's somebody here on the right side of CQB, and I'm going to be challenging this guy for the next 40 minutes. Very, very scary, risky peaks because this is a really bad position, okay? So I'm taking the risk anyway because I said, fuck it. So I want to fight this guy, but I'm totally exposed up here. So if that guy were to come back and shoot me, I'm totally dead. So taking this fight on is really dumb, and it's definitely an eagle chow. And I do not recommend any of you do this. This is completely an eagle chow. I think the only way that this would be viable is if I took a step back more so that I'm hiding behind the van here and I'm fighting him from that angle there. Because in the current position now, I can get shot from here. I can get shot from here as well. So I have to make sure that I'm at least reducing some of the angles and fighting him from there. But I didn't do that. Pride. But now I'm doing it because this is the spot I want to be at, right, to challenge him. So now I finally start to think about it. Is a better spot to fight at. So now my entire area here is covered. This is exposed, but that's a risk I'm going to have to take. At least I have less risk than the position I was at before. And I'm going to switch to my offhand here, give myself maximum coverage. By crouching, I won't be my head won't be exposed, but I can see him. But it also makes it hard for me to fall back in a cross position. There, an enemy just passed through. I purposely did not make the call, and I was waiting for him to come out. But I was tired, bro, so he comes out. By some sliver of a miracle, I didn't get hit. He was probably as freaked out as I was because I shot back at him at the same time. Go prone, do a reload. Don't know why I go prone. I think I just wanted to hide. It's very rare they actually go prone, so... Yeah, by some sliver of a miracle, I was able to get away. So now we're going to see a lot of mistakes here as we kind of float around in this area. So I'm talking to this guy, telling him where he is. He's like, yeah, there's a guy on the right, there's a guy on the left, right? Sun's in my eyes. It's kind of hard to see. So I'm standing on this left side here, reducing my angles. He's going for that fight against the dude I was fighting before. So I decided to help him out. I'm exposed. I'm just standing out here, so I'm like really, really exposed. So I'm still challenging that guy. I have no idea what happened to that crate dude up there. Still fighting him. Running out of ammo. Reloading in the open. Pretty bad mistake, but I think I was confident enough of their numbers not being there, but I could totally get hit here. I think the game after I played this game, the next day I did this same kind of thing, and I reloaded in the open, and I got hit, right? So I got super lucky here not getting hit. I guess because I wanted to get back to the fight fast enough, but I'm out of ammo again. Looking down while in the open, bad. I should have ran to this piece of cover here, or this piece of concealment here first, then done this whole debacle, but I think I was just being cocky, and I wanted to show off to the cameraman up there, standing on top of this crate here. Don't have anything. I even put my gun down in the open. Very bad. Do not want to do that. I switched to my M17, do a negligent discharge. Don't even know what's happening. I think I'm just nervous and stuff like that. So, shooting with the M17 wasn't too cold, so I was actually able to cycle a bit. Couldn't get him. I did the crouch shot. Reloaded again in the open. Don't know why. I think I reloaded because I was just disengaging and I wanted to top up. I knew I couldn't challenge him again, so I'm going to have to believe in the guy who was in front and just take the right side here and fight at a shorter engagement distance because I don't have the range anymore. So I was hoping that someone would pop through here. Nobody pops up. Someone pops up there instead. I already shoot here, as you can see. Really good presentation. I hit him 2 times. Doesn't call it. Do a quick tack reload, which I shouldn't have done, to be honest. I don't think I needed tack reload there at all. I also took my eyes off target. There he is again. He doesn't call it again, so I just decided to go for the rush. And I get hit. And then that's the end of that. And then, you know, that's the end of the game, and we win the game by default. But honestly, like, I think as I got more stressed and as the situation became more dire, I started to think less about the angles around me and what I could get hit from, and more about just in the moment who I'm fighting in front. I started to tunnel vision a lot more. That's gotten me killed a lot in future games that aren't recorded here but are on the next set of days. I think that it was important that I chose to use my M17 at a closer position rather than trying to eagle chow that one dude and just trusting my teammate up there to fight that guy instead. Shame that I didn't call his hits, but whatever, man. I like shooting cheaters because I get to shoot my gun more, so it doesn't really matter to me as long as we're all having fun. So yeah, honestly, it was a pretty good game. I think stress plays a big part in Airsoft, and giving yourself and getting used to more of that stress by using real cap magazines is going to help you become a better player, and it's helped me become a better player, and it's more LARPy, and it's more fun, right? You actually get to reload and use your kit. How many times have you seen Airsoft gameplays and they never even reload? You know, we all know we all want to see those reloads, man. The reload is like the 50% of the tacticalness, you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, that's all we got today. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week with another gameplay review. And yeah, goodbye.